ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We have completed the third chapter in the last class. The third chapter talks on karma. The first chapter on the Vishada of Arjuna, and the second chapter is named Sankhya Yoga, meaning Jnanam, the knowledge. Sankhya meaning knowledge. But the second chapter did not talk only about Jnanam. After 39th shloka, we saw it talks about karma. Eshate Bhagavata Sankhya Buddhiryoge tu imam shrinu iti Bhagavan Krishna, he talked about karma. There are only important definitions of karma yoga came, we saw. Samatvam yoga uchyate, yoga karmasu kaushalam. Yoga meaning karma yoga. Even though The chapter is named Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya means Jnana. But the chapter dealt with karma also. And here the third chapter completely deals with what has been taught in the second chapter. Full focus, complete dedication to the topic karma yoga. Therefore, the third chapter, the content of the third chapter can be known from the very the title, the yoga, karma yoga. So, why Bhagavan Krishna had to talk about karma? Already talked about the second chapter. Jnanam also talked about. Then with the second chapter, Gita should be over. The talk is over. Complete teaching is there is over with the second chapter. There need not be third chapter up to 18 chapter, 18 long chapters. Because you will find Arjuna asking certain doubts in the beginning. The beginning itself, he expresses certain doubts. Because he has doubts, to clarify some doubt with regard to Jnana Yoga and as well as Karma Yoga, there is some confusion in the mind of Arjuna. Therefore, he clarifies both. He clarifies what, for whom the Jnana Yoga is prescribed, for whom Karma Yoga is. Even though Jnana Yoga is a means for, Jnanam is a means for moksha, very clearly said, only the jnanis can be free from dukkham. Who as jnanam is a jnani, jnanam only can make a person free from dukkham. Atmavit shokam tarati ashochyanam vashochastam pragyavadam shavashaditi. The beginning itself, it talked about jnanam. Then, having talked about jnanam, then since jnanam has got certain qualification, it is not possible without preparation. Jnana Yoga is by which moksha is possible only by Jnana Yoga. That is very clear. But karma is a means for gaining the pakvata yogyata. Therefore, you cannot bypass karma and follow jnanam. Therefore, karma yoga also is important. Jnana yoga is sakshat karanam. Karma yoga is paramparaya karanam. Without karma yoga, one cannot jump to Jnana Yoga and gain moksha, not possible. There is no short route. Therefore, in the second chapter, in the beginning, Bhagavan Krishna praised Jnana and later he talked about karma. Therefore, the doubt came in the mind of Arjuna. He asked very clearly, Jayasi chit karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tat kim karmani ghore ma nyojayasi. Keshava, if the third chapter begins with the question. And also he says, Gamishchene vakyena buddhim mokhayasi me tadekam vadanishchitya yena shreyaha agam apnuyam iti. That is, Hey Bhagavan, Janardana, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga eva sreshtaha. Iti Bhagavata Uttam. Kutra in the second chapter. If that is so, Kimartam Nikrishte Karmani, this Imsatmake Karmani, Kimartam Mam no Yojayasi, Kimartam Mam Prayerayasi. Why do you engage me in this Imsadi Karma, Yuddha Karma? So you praise Jnanam and you ask me to do the karma. Now, should I follow Jnanam or should I follow karma? Which one will give me freedom, moksha? Genuine question. Why? This question came because he did not understood what Bhagavan Krishna had told in the second chapter. But Arjuna compares. He compares which one is greater, superiority. Which one is superior? Which one is superior? He compares karma or jnana. You cannot say which one is superior. One is a means for the other. It's a parampara. So how can you call which one is superior? This shows that he did not understand. So therefore, and also he says, Yamishteneva Vakyena iti. That is, your Vakya is very clear. Yamishteneva, as your Vakya, your teaching seems to be confusing, and it seems to confuse my buddhi. Your teaching is clear, but I'm not able to catch what you want to say. Therefore, you please teach me very clearly, knowing which I can gain moksha iti. Nischitya. Tadekam vada nischitya. Ekam vada. Jnana karmanoho. Between jnana and karma, kataraha me purushartha praptaye sartakaha bhavati iti nischitya kripaya vadatu. Which will become a means for gaining purushartha, moksha purushartha. You please tell me very clearly. So, if karma yoga is a means for moksha, and jnana yoga is also means for moksha, then this question is possible. But Bhagavan Krishna did not say karma yoga is also one means and jnana yoga also means. There are no different means and more means. Jnanam alone is a means. Because he didn't understand, therefore this question comes. As though there is a choice, which one I can select for gaining moksha. If you are a mumukshu, then there is no choice. You have to become a jignasu and pursue jnana. Then only moksha is possible. So, for moksha, certain preparedness is required, qualifications required. That can be gained only through karma yoga. And moksha through jnana yoga. This is what Bhagavan taught. This Arjuna did not understand. Therefore, only this question came up. Bhagavan having understood, then he thought he would elaborate on the topic. Then he elaborated from the third shloka onwards very clearly, showing two marga, pravritti marga, nivritti marga. That is, dvida nishta pura prokta. I taught two marga, two nishta, two committed lifestyle. I taught when in the beginning. Pravritti marga and nivritti marga. Jnana yogena sankyanam, karma yogena yoginam iti. So two types of nishta, two types of lifestyle I taught. Whichever lifestyle you follow. I myself have sanctioned this lifestyle. So whichever lifestyle you follow, moksha is the goal. One lifestyle is characterized by the observance of karma. That is one lifestyle. Another lifestyle is characterized by the absence of karma. So which lifestyle is characterized by the absence of karma? Sannyasa ashrama. Sannyasa ashrama, that there is no karma. For sannyasi, there is no karma. For grihastha and for the other ashrama, karma is there. And that is what the karma performed. The karma should be done. And that is what is indicated by the upanayana. Brahmachari or vanaprastha or the grihastha, they have to do karma, and that is symbolically is indicated by the upanayana. Whereas for sannyasi, that also is not there. Everything is given up. So doesn't matter which lifestyle you follow. Any lifestyle you follow the lifestyle of the grihastha ashrama, or that is characterized by this karma yoga or by jnana yoga, whichever. Moksha is the goal. Moksha is the goal. It is the destination. But this karma will not give moksha. Why? Karma is prescribed for grihastha ashrama. Yes, it provides ample avenues for their growth, internal growth. Those who have grown or grown out, they can take to sannyasa ashrama and lead a life of seclusion completely devoted to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. That is the idea. Therefore, Pura Nishta, Dvida Nishta Pura Prokta. Because two sets of people are always there. These two sets of people always are there. So, therefore, those who are in the preparing stage, let them follow Karma Yoga. Let them get prepared. Those who are already prepared, let them take the sannyasa and have this nishta. Therefore, where is the overlap? Where is the mix? There is no mixing up. So, therefore, he very clearly said in the beginning, Pura Nishta Dvayam Maya Uktam Maya Pura Prokta Sankyanam, that is Sannyasinam, for the Jnana Yoga, Jnana Yogena Sankyanam, Itambhute Tritiya. That is Sanya, the Sankyanam Jnana Yogena. The Nishta, which is the sannyasi, that is characterized by Jnana Yoga, and the lifestyle of a Karma Yogi characterized by Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga. Yoginam is the Karma Yogis. For them, Karma Yoga. Karma Anushtanam. For them, Karma Anushtanam is a must. Therefore, iti Shastriya Anushtana Stitihi Pura Maya Vyavastapita. Samyak Vyavastapita. Sankyanam Jnana Yogena Moksha Prapti. Karma Yoginam, that is Grihastashraminam, Brahmacharya, Vanaprastha, all the ashrama. Karma Yogena Chitta Shuddhi, as well as Abhyudaya Nishrayasa. Two results are there: material prosperity as well as spiritual prosperity. Material prosperity, even though it is not the focus, if you are a mumukshu, that is also there. And Nishrayasa, that makes you fit for Jnana Yoga, therefore becomes a Parampara Karanam. Iti, this shloka very clearly says, and this shloka is, as I told, is often misinterpreted. But in the third shloka, he said, and in the fourth shloka, Bhagavan Krishna, he emphasizes the importance of karma. Nakarmanam anarambhat naishkarmyam purushaha ashmate. Naishkarmyam, the actionlessness. The actionlessness is not possible just by giving up the action. Nacha sannyasana deva siddhyam samadhikucchati. Not just by sannyasana giving up, a person gains moksha. So, seeing a sannyasi enjoying without any karma, if a person takes sannyasi, he will not get siddhi, he will not get moksha. Sannyasa has to happen. One has to grow out. Therefore, sanyasanat, tyagat, naishkarmya siddhyam, na samadhigacchati. It means, that means sannyasa, by sannyasa, one will not get the siddhi. Not that means. It is, if it is the person, if the person is not prepared one, then by mere tyaga, siddhi, there is success cannot be accomplished. Siddhi is what? Naishkarmya siddhi. That jnana nishta, that jnanam, not possible. So karma anacharanat nishkarmatam na ashnute. Then karma tyagat nishkarma siddhim api na samadhigacchati. Iti very clearly told the importance of karma. And also why he says without karma nobody can live even for a moment. Nagikaschit kshanamapi jatutishtatya karma krute. Helplessly he will be forced to do karma. Why? Because of his the guna, because his prakritija, born of the prakriti, the natural, the swabhavas are there. That will force him to do karma. Therefore, nobody can remain without karma. Even a sannyasi has to do minimum karma. Minimum karma for sustaining, for jnana nishta, for shravana nididhyasanam. For nididhyasanam, he has to do minimum karma. Whereas the other ashrama, they have to do karma for chitta shuddhi. And also for maintaining the family, for maintaining oneself, and has to contribute for the society. Being a karma yogi, that is also, all these are important. Nishta, purta, datta, all this karma to be done by the other ashramas. They have got heavy load they have to do because they are mumukshu, karma yogi. Therefore, they have to do. Not that jnana yogi is free, relaxed. They have got different thing to do. They are because their commitment is for Jnana exclusively for Jnana. Therefore, they have to engage themselves in only in Nidhyasanam. So, because there is no physical exertion, it doesn't mean sannyasa is easy. If a person thinks that is easy, then the person becomes thinking that easy, and therefore I can take up and follow the dharma of the sannyasi. That would be very difficult, and you will end up in being a hypocrite. That is said in the next shloka. Mityachara sa uchyate karmendriyani sanyamya yaha aste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudatma. This, yeah, Grihastha or the Karma Yogi, they are they have grown out. They are having been in that, they have trained the sense organ, they have mastered the sense organ to some extent, they prepare themselves by sadhana. Therefore, if they take sannyasa later, then they will not end up being in mithyachara. Whereas the one without following the sadhana, if he takes up sannyasa, what will we do? He will just have Sanyamanam with regard to karmendriya, whereas his jnanendriya will move all around. Will move all around. That person doesn't have viveka. He's an aviveki. Because he's aviveki, he has got bhagya karmendriyani nirudhya. What about this antarindriya, the mind and the other sense organs, indriyani, jnanendriyani, that moving all around? Then the person is split person, thinking one thing and doing something. Then the person becomes a split person, mithyachara sa uchyate. That is dangerous. Therefore, Karma Yoga is important. Therefore, only Karma Yoga is important. Karma Yoga, when we say it is not easy, but it is important. It prepares a person. Any sadhana is not easy. Not that Jnana Yoga, Jnanam is easy. It is as difficult as the Karma Yoga or as easy as the Karma Yoga. Therefore, there is no comparison. Which is greater, which is superior, we cannot ask. Which is greater, PhD is greater or LKG is greater? For the one who is in LKG, that is difficult. He has to struggle. Similarly, for the one who is in PhD, he has to struggle. Both are different. And LKG is a means for PhD. Similarly, one is a means for the other. So where is the comparison? So you cannot compare between the Karya Karana. Karma Yoga becomes the Karana, the Hetu for Jnana Yoga. So you cannot compare. If comparison is there, it means the person has not understood. And if he takes to sannyasa without preparation, he will end up in being a hypocrite. It's a warning. Then the next shloka, Bhagavan Krishna says, Yastvindriyani manasa niyamya rabhate aduna karmendriyeki karma yogam asaktaha savishishyate. He praises this karma yogi. Saha vishishyate. Manasa indriyani niyamya. Chakshuradi indriyani niyamya and is asaktaha, anasaktaha bhutva karmendriyehi, karma arabhate. With the karma indriya, he does karma. That person, vishishyate, is sreshta. Compared to the mithyachara, he is a sreshta. So, this person is greater. Is greater, this grasta is greater than the mithyachara sannyasi. The sannyasi, he has taken to sannyasa without preparation. So, ajnani sannyasi and this sadhana grasta, the one who does sadhana, that person is greater. Saha visishyate. So, who is greater? In this sense, we can give who is greater. That can be comparison. But not between Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga as a means. Therefore, there is no comparison between them. If a person wrongly chooses, doesn't have choice, but it doesn't have choice. With regard to Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, there is no choice. But if the person chooses based on his own whims and fancies, then That's a problem. Then there is comparison. Here the comparison between Mityacharaha and Karma Yogi. Who is greater? Karma Yogi is greater. That person who has taken up sannyasa without preparation, he ends up in hypocrite, whereas this person committed to Karma Yoga, having mastered all the indriya and engages in karma, that person is greater. Saha visishyate iti. Therefore, niyatam kuru karmatvam. Therefore, always karma you do. Why? Compared to not doing, doing is better. Sannyasi doesn't do karma. If the person is a prepared one, there is no problem. If it is an unprepared person taken to sannyasa, then that ajnani sannyasi compared to this karma yogi is better. Karma jayaha. And also, nobody can remain without karma even for a moment. Sharira yatrapi, even the jivanam also is not possible without karma. Therefore, at least for the sake of maintenance of the shariram, karma to be done. Jiva yatra is the will become sapala when only when karma is done. Karma anushtana deva jiva yatra api sapala bhavati. Therefore, karma kartavyam iti. Then the next shloka, Sagayagya Praja Srishta. From this shloka onwards, from the 8th shloka to the 20th shloka, Bhagavan Krishna he elaborates on the topic of Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? Karma and Yoga. It's a combination of two words. Karma meaning action. Yoga means that brings that attitude. So the karma which is done with the proper attitude. That is the attitude which helps me to grow spiritually. So any karma, if my attitude is proper, can be converted into a karma yoga. Can be converted into a karma yoga. So karma can be either propelled by my sattva guna or by rajas or by tamas. The karma also of three types: rajasika, sattvika, and tamasika karma. Among the three karma, which is there is a gradation. Which is the best one? Sattvika karma. In sattvika karma, you are intelligent. That sattvika karma helps for your spiritual growth. Whereas rajasika karma, you are restless. You have got a lot of rajas energy that you want to drain out by engaging in karma. Similarly, tamasa, in fact that takes away you from being spiritual. Therefore, there are gradations with regard to the karma, the types of karma. So that karma which helps you to grow spiritually is sattvic karma. Therefore, karma yoga is this sattvika karma, the action which is performed with the proper attitude. That is sattvika karma, like Panchamahayajna. Panchamahayajna, that is sattvika karma. So when we say karma with the proper attitude, what does it mean? That is karma which is done with the attitude of offering to the Lord, a contributor. And that is what is being said in this shloka, from this shloka onwards. As Bhagavan Krishna said in the previous chapter, it is samatvam yoga uchyate yoga karmasu kaushalam. So that further elaborated here. You be a contributor. Here only the Panchamaha Yajna, for a mumukshu, Panchamaha Yajna is karma yoga. When engaged in the day-to-day activity, regular activity, agrastha, if he is a mumukshu, he has to perform meticulously this Panchamaha Yajna. By doing this, he becomes a contributor. So that Bhagavan Krishna says here, I created this Prajaha, Sakha Yajnaha, along with the Yajna, and told, by doing this, may you prosper. This karma will become the means. This karma yoga will become the means for your prosperity, both Abhyudaya and Nishrayasa. So, therefore, may you do karma and prosper. Devan bhavayathanena, te deva bhavayantu vaha. You propitiate the devas. There are natural forces operating in this jagat. You propitiate them, and devas will propitiate you. Therefore, by mutual propitiation, you will gain shreyas, you will gain the good both spiritual as well as material. And those who don't contribute, those who consume for themselves, those without thanking for what they have received, that person is a thief. That is why we say Ishvararpana Buddhi and Prasada Buddhi. Ishvararpana Buddhi is you be a contributor in the perpetuation of this cycle, what we saw just now in previous class. And having received from Bhagavan, you thank them. You thank them. Those who don't reciprocate, that person is a thief. How do you reciprocate? Reciprocate by being a contributor. Whatever you enjoy is given. Whatever you enjoy, this shariram, this jagat, everything is given. Everything is given, you enjoy. And you have to thank for what you enjoy in the form of being a contributor. And if you don't do, you are a thief. Taihi dattan apradhaya yaga bhunte, one who enjoys, that person is a thief. Whereas the one who having acknowledged that what has been given, and he contributes, that is called Yajnashishta Shinaha. That is consuming after what is offered. That person becomes free from all papas. That is Ishvararpana Buddhi. You offer what you do to Bhagavan. That is, you be a contributor, and whatever comes as a result of that, that you partake it. That is called Yajnashishta Shinaha. All these things we discussed. Now we are discussing only the summary. So all these things elaborately discussed before. That person will become free from all the papa, because papa is a pratibandha for moksha. If any pratibandha is there, what is the cause? It's only the papa. Therefore, for neutralizing the papa, you develop this attitude. You be the partaker of the remnants of the yajna. That person will become free from papa. Slowly, he will become a yogya person, gains a yogyata for jnana prapti and jnana nishtha. Whereas those who do not contribute and those who consume for themselves, who are they? They are papis, papaha, papishtaha iti. Therefore, then further elaborates, and this, that's a cycle. There is a cycle in this jagat, and nobody is independent. There is mutual dependency. There is paraspara sambandha is there. Therefore, to maintain the harmony, to maintain the order, you be a contributor. You be a contributor to the cycle. What is cycle? The cycle in the previous class we saw annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyadanna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyaha yajna karma samudbhavaha yajna karma bhavam viddhi brahmakshara samudbhavam tasmat sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishtitam iti. The cycle is talked about from the anna, the beings are born. Our Anna is born. Anna is born from Parjanya, that is rain. Our rain is born. Rain is born from Yajna, Yajna meaning Punyam. How this Punya is born? Punya is born from the Karma. How Karma? Karma are born from the Veda, and the Veda is born from Bhagavan, Ishvara. He only revealed the Veda. Therefore, Veda is what is all pervasive. Everything being Bhagavan. Therefore, Veda not different from Bhagavan. As a prana is not different from the person. Similarly, Veda is all pervasive. Therefore, yajne nityam yajne pratishtitam. This karma is pratishtitam in the Veda and is sarvagatam iti. Therefore, evam pravartitam chakram, in this cycle, yaha na anuvartiyaha, the one who doesn't contribute, who is he? Saha aghayuhu indriya ramaha mogam partasa jivati. So, in this cycle, the one who doesn't contribute, what is that person? That person life is nishprayojanam bhavati. That's a jivitam nishprayojanam bhavati. Saha aghayuhu indriya ramaha eva. He is a reveler. He revels only in indriya sukham. Therefore, you be a contributor to this cycle. Yasmat, next shloka, Krishna says, the one, it just shows the contrast. Yasmat, यस्त्वात्मतिरेव स्यात् आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः आत्मन्येव सन्तुष्टः तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते यः आत्मन्येव सन्तुष्टः for him there is nothing to be done one who is contented with himself, who revels in himself, who is satisfied with himself, who understands the truth, who is a kritakritya, already he has gained what is to be gained. What is to be gained? Nothing to be gained. The Atma, which is already Siddha Vishaya, that he knows. And it is, Atma is Aham Purnaha Anandaha, I'm not a lacking person. Iti, that Atmatripta, that person is called Atmatripta, contented, self-contented. Self is always contented. For him, there is nothing to be done. Whereas others who doesn't have this knowledge, they have to do karma. Jnani doesn't have anything to do. Tasya kimapi karyam na vidyate. Therefore, naiva tasya krite nartaha, na krite naiva kaschana, nachasi sarva bhuteshu, kaschit artha, vyapashayaha iti. Tasya kritena artaha, he doesn't have anything to accomplish. But not doing is not going to lose. Therefore, asya sarva bhuteshu kaschit artha vyapashayaha, there is no ashraya towards other beings for gaining anything for that person because he is atmatruptaha. Therefore, he is free from karma. Whereas others, they are not free from karma. To be free from karma, one has to do karma. That is the meaning of karma yoga. To be free from karma, one has to do karma. And that is a teaching Bhagavad here used to Arjuna. You want to be free from karma, then you do karma. Without doing karma, how can you be free from karma? If a thorn has entered your foot, how will you remove the thorn? Use another thorn to remove that. Therefore, karma is the means to come out, to grow out of karma. So, therefore, there is no comparison between Atmatruptaha, the Jnani, and the Karma Yogi. Therefore, to gain that, what you have to do? Tasmat asaktaha satatam karyam karma samachara. Therefore, you have to do karma. Having said, the Jnani doesn't have anything to do, you do karma means what? To be free from karma, you please do karma. How to do karma? That is what being said. Asaktaha yacharan karma. Being free from this asakti, the attachment. Acharan karma. Param apnoti purusha. You will gain the ultimate good. Tasmat. Therefore, hey Arjuna, you please do karma. Why? Quotes from, he mentions some names. Janakadayaha karmana eva samsiddhim astitaha. It is not just I am saying like that. You take the example of Janaka, etc. They gained karmana eva samsiddhim by karma. Here also, this is another important line. This line is often misquoted, misinterpreted. Karmana eva samsiddhim means by karmana you gain chitta shuddhi, by chitta shuddhya you gain jnanam. Therefore, karma is the means for gaining moksha indirectly. And Janakadaya, etc., they accomplished that. Therefore, you also be like that. And having gained the jnanam, did Janaka withdraw from karma and took the sannyasa? No. He continued to be the king and continued to rule the kingdom, being a jnani. Why? Loka sangraha, for the welfare of the people, sampashin kartum hargasi. Even if you are a jnani, keeping in mind the loka sangraha, you continue to do karma. Either for loka sangraha, you do karma, or you take to sannyasa, being free from karma. And some jnanis, not all the jnanis, another important thing, not all the sannyasis are jnani, not all the jnanis are sannyasi. A sannyasi may be a jnani, may be an ajnani. And a jnani may be a sannyasi, may not be a sannyasi. Here Janaka is not a sannyasi, but he is a jnani. If it is, he is a jnani and continue to do karma. Why? Loka sangraha. Therefore, you also can be a jnani, being in the Vyavastha need not be a sannyasi. If you are a jnani, then also you should do karma. Why? Keeping in mind the loka sangraha. If as long as you are in Grihastha ashrama, you cannot give up karma. Even if you are jnani, you have to do karma. So from that standpoint also, hey Arjuna, you cannot be free from karma. Therefore, karma kartavyam iti, that from different standpoints, Bhagavan Krishna he emphasizes very strongly. And also it says why. Yadyada charati shreshtaha tattadeve taro janaha sayat pramanam krute lokas tadanuvartate. Very often quoted. Whatever the Shreshta Purusha does, that becomes a pramanam for the people to follow, to emulate. Therefore, if Arjuna had withdrawn and Krishna had corroborated his withdrawal, then it would have resulted in tremendous disaster. Because what they, the great people, do, that becomes the pramanam for the people to follow. That becomes the pramanam. That becomes a standard. A pramanam is standard. That becomes a standard for the people to follow. Therefore, the acharanam of the Shrestha Purusha is a must. It is therefore only the behavior, the action of a jnani is a must. So it's a must because you have to just be very careful because the people are there to follow. People are that there's a story. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa tells Shankaracharya, it's a story. It is not there in his biography and all. Shankaracharya, he went to a liquor shop and he drank. Seeing that his disciples also followed, it seems. They also drank. Then Shankaracharya saw. Then he went to a ironsmith place. There he took a glass of molten iron and he drank. Then the disciples were shocked because they cannot do it as he did. So don't follow what these Shrestha Purusha do. It is, we follow conveniently. That is hypocrisy. We follow based on our raga dvesha, but we cannot compare with the, in fact, what they do, we cannot really understand. You cannot emulate them by seeing them, that action. They are jnani. Shankaracharya doesn't see difference between a molten iron and a liquor. Whereas the Shishya they know, they are very well, they've got desire, raga for liquor and dvesha for iron, molten iron. How can one drink a molten iron? So therefore this acharanam, the acharanam is important. What standard the Shrestha Purusha set, that becomes the pramanam for the followers. Therefore, here Bhagavan Krishna says, I myself do not refrain from karma. I don't have anything to gain in all the three lokas. Trishlokeshu name kinchana asti. That which I have not gained, it is not there. That which is not gained to be gained is not there in three lokas. But still I do karma. Therefore, you can take me as a standard. I don't refrain from doing karma. Because I am not a sannyasi. I am a grihastha, I am kshatriya, grihastha. I continue to do karma. So therefore, take me as an example. Janakadeha and Bhagavan Krishna, myself also is there. He says. And he says, if I stop doing karma, then people will follow me. And what will happen? They will follow me and they get destroyed. That is said in the next two shlokas. Yadi yakam navarteyam jatu karmane tandritaha. Mama vartma, my path, anuvartante, ke manushyaha, partha sarva, in all possible ways, they follow me. And what will happen to them? Utside yurime loka. I become the destroyer. They get destroyed in the process and I become the destroyer of them. Utside yurime lokaha nakuryam karma shedagam. And also, I will become the source of the confusion in the society. Arjuna said in the first chapter, the confusion will cause by engaging in war. But I say, Bhagavan Krishna says, what I say is, I will become the author of the confusion if I don't engage in this karma, this war. So, therefore, it contradicts what Arjuna had said before very well. So, therefore, I will become the people will follow me. People follow me, and I will become the destroyer by creating confusion in the society. Therefore, how a jnani has to perform karma. Sakta karmanya vidhamsaha yatha kurvanti varata kuryad vidvam tata saktah jikishu loka sangraham. As the avidvamsaha, jnani does karma, how attached to karma they do karma. Similarly, vidwan also should do karma, because seeing them they also perform, they also do their duty. So therefore, at least for their sake, you have to do. So even though you are a vidwan, jnani, tata lokasangaram chikishu, for the sake of the lokasangara, for the welfare of the people, for the spiritual welfare, as well as for the material welfare, you please do. As an ajnani does karma, similarly, jnani also must do. And therefore, don't create any split thinking in their minds. Na buddhi vedam janayet. Ajnanam karma sanginam. Joshikit sarva karmani. You engage them, you encourage them in doing karma. Vidvan yuktas samacharan iti. And everybody does karma. Propelled by what? That Prakriti. And they say, I do karma. Whereas Tattvavitta Mahavaho, Guna Karma Vivavayo, Guna Guneshu Vartante iti Matvana Sajjati. What is the difference between the karma done by a Jnani and Ajnani? Ajnani thinks I do karma, whereas Jnani does karma, and he knows very well that there is a transaction between the gunas, and he knows very well, I don't do any karma. Atma never does karma. Only the gunaha guneshu vartante. Between the guna only there is a vyapara, there is an activity, there is a transaction. Whereas as Atma, I am not subject to any change, I don't do karma. Therefore, and gives an important advice, Akrishna vidaha mandan Krishna vinna vichalaye. Therefore, let Krishna vidaha, the all-knowing, the jnani, let him not disturb the understanding of the yajnani. Let them do karma iti. And the 30th shloka, very important shloka, there we saw, he tells 5 important points which a karma yogi must adopt. Mai sarvani karmani samyasya adhyatma chetasa nirashigi nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vikatajvaraha. Surrendering all the karma to me, that is called Ishvararpana. Adhyatma chetasa. Adhyatma chetas, surrendering all the karma to me. Adhyatma chetasa, taking to this karma yoga. Nirashiki nirmamo bhutva. Nirashiki is another one. Nirmama is another one. So, Ishvara arpana buddhya karma anushtana. Sarvani karmani sanyasya. That is one. Then nirashiki. Then nirmamaha. Then vigatajvaraha. Vigatajvaraha means there is no anxiety. Being free from anxiety. That is prasada buddhi. Whatever comes, that comes. Whether you take it as Ishvara Prasad. Adhyatma Chetasa means having very clear-cut goal. That is Purushartha Nishchaya. So these are the 5 important things which a karma, 5 factors which a karma yogi must keep it in mind and follow for gaining Chitta Shuddhi. Not for moksha, for gaining Chitta Shuddhi. This is the essence of the karma yogi, the topic of the entire chapter. ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः श्रद्धावन्तः अनुसूयन्तः मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः. So from 30th shloka to 35th shloka, Bhagavan Krishna, he concludes the summary of Karma Yoga. That those who take my matam, my perspective, my view, Nityam Anutishthanti, and they follow my prescription, they become free from karma. So do karma to become free from karma. Iti from here to 35. And people, they act in keeping with their swabhava, prakriti. And indriya teshu ragadvesha is vyavastita. Therefore, don't come under the influence of them, and because they are the pratibandha to you. So don't allow the indriya to move towards the indriya vishaya based on your ragadvesha. Don't come under the fold, because they destroy you. And carried over by that, don't slip away from your swadharma. It is better to do your karma and die rather taking up other karma. Paradharmaha bhayavagha iti from 31st shloka, from 30th shloka to 35th shloka, he concludes the topic of Karma Yoga. The essence is given the 30th shloka and the conclusion in this shlokas. Then the next topic of this, next topic and the last topic of this is, Arjuna here raises a question. Propelled by what the people commit papam, even though they are anichanapi, they don't desire, but as though forced by what they do, papam. Because papam is a pratibandha. The papam only prevents a person from being free, from gaining moksha. For moksha, what is the pratibandha? Ajnana. For ajnanam, what is the pratibandha? This karma, pala, avidya, kama, karma, then that cycle is the ajnanam. So avidya kama, and kama is karma, leads to karma. And therefore this people commit to papa and they suffer this samsara. Papam is because of karma. Karma is because of kama. And kama is because of avidya. So therefore, propelled by what these people they commit papa. If it is punya, then at least you will either go to Svargaloka, or you will become a spiritual person. You gain the opportunity for exposure to Shastram. If you are a Mumukshu, then you become a Jigyasu, etc. That's why punyam is important. But why does people commit papam? Propelled by what? That Father Bhagavan Krishna says, this kama and krodha, which are born from the Rajoguna, that is the source. Coming under the impact of this only, people, they do papa acharanam, and therefore papa, and they are considered to be Mahashanaha, Mahapapma. They are the great voracious eater. He eats you up, and they are Mahapapma iti. Therefore, understand that to be your vairi, your enemies iti. And Bhagavan Krishna gives three examples for showing the degree of this, the karma, how it covers the person, how it covers the jnanam of the person. Dhumena avrite vannehi yata, that when the fire is covered by the smoke, or the dust covers the mirror, or the fetus is covered by the womb. So three examples showing the difference in the degree of this layer of this karma. Therefore, etena jnanam avrutam. Jnanam is covered by this. Therefore, this is a nitya vairina. This is continuous enemy. Therefore, this kama rupena kaunteya dushpurena anelana. It is very difficult to extinguish this kama. Therefore, you please you have to follow the disciplines. Three disciplines he says. One is shama, dama, and viveka. The three disciplines are talked about here. Indriyani mano buddhihi asyadishtan muchyate ete vimohayatyesha jnanam avritya dehinam tasmad indriyani adu niyamya bharatarshaba. So indriya, first starting from Indriya, that is shama. Therefore, indriyani adu niyamya papanam prajahi khenam jnana vijnana ashanam. This kama, which is the destroyer of jnanam as well as vijnanam, know that to be papa. Therefore, have the discipline of dhamma. First dhamma, then shama, then viveka. Shama, dhamma. This sadhana chatushtaya sampatti only. Bhagavan Krishna says, you develop that. Indriyani paranyagu. Indriyabhya paramanaha. Manasastu para buddhehe. Buddhehe paratastu saha. Evam buddhe param buddva samstabhyatmanavatmana jagishatru mahabaho kamarupam durasadam iti. This learn to handle the kama by shama, by dhamma, and by viveka. Shama, dhamma, viveka. Shama is mastery over the sense organs. You need to regulate your sense organ, regulate the operation of your sense organ. Don't let the sense organ be carried over by the sense objects. Then discipline your mind. Let not Let not the mind go along with the sense organs. At the beginning level, indriyas. Then go to the next level, manas. Indriyani paranyagu. Indriyas are greater, but indriyas are greater compared to the indriya vishaya. And compared to indriya, manas is greater. It is subtle. First at the gross level, then at the subtle level. Then buddhi. Buddhi is viveka. Viveka. That's why we talk about nitya, anitya viveka. My pursuit, whether it will give me nitya sukham or anitya sukham. That viveka, nitya, anitya viveka, atma, anatma viveka, dharma, adharma viveka. Having known that, if you can take care of your kama and therefore your krodha, then because they are your enemies, so take care of them. Jagi Chatru Mahabhago, you destroy this, the enemy. Jagi means you kill them, you destroy them. A Mahabhago, addressing Arjuna as Mahabhago, the valorous person, the one with the mighty arms. Mighty arms is not only to destroy enemies. You have the mighty arms like this Shama, Dhamma, Viveka to destroy this internal enemy, Kama, which results in Krodha, and it is Kama Rupam Durasadam. Understanding this, evam buddhehe samstabhya atmana atmanam atmana atmana atmanam samstabhya, having steadied, having made stable the mind by this understanding, you kill this kama and krodha. Jagishatrum mahabhago. Kama rupam, it is durasadam. Kama rupam durasadam. Kamarupam durasadam. Ye Mahabhago, ye Arjuna, buddhyadehe atmanam swatmana samstabhya. Kamarupam, this shatrum vidvamsaya jagiti. Kimartam kamasya karanam vishayagrahanam. Therefore, jnanena vishayasya agrahanam eva kama vinasha etuhu ityartaha. So, by jnanam, this kama vishayasya agrahanam, not allowing the kama vishaya to enter, that is by viveka. So, that is by the viveka. So, therefore, by viveka, you destroy this kama. That viveka becomes that agrahanam. What does viveka does? Viveka does not allowing the mind to be overpowered by the indriya vishaya. So you don't accept the indriya vishaya, agrahanam. That becomes the hetu for the vinasha of the kama. So kama rupam durasadam tam jagi. That is a shatru, that jagi. May you kill. So kama is the cause. Kama is the cause for all the problems, all the problems. Problem in the form of this samsara. Kama here, and here we need to note kama here. It is here what we mean by kama is the desires, the desires which are binding, without which one cannot live, one cannot sustain, and it is not dharmic, illegitimate. That kama only Bhagavan Krishna here he says thus, it is mahapapma, mahashana, it is durasadamiti. Not the kama which are non-binding. Kama as such, desire as such, somebody used to say, it is a privilege given to the human beings. Only human beings can desire. So, if the desires are in keeping with dharma, if it is legitimate, then Bhagavan Krishna says, it is myself. So, that desire, it doesn't ask here to kill. The desires which are not conducive for your spiritual progress, the desires which results in the form of kama, that kama. Whereas that non-binding desires, that if it is not fulfilled, it will not convert into krodha. Whereas binding desires, if it is not fulfilled, it is converted into krodha. So that desire, which is a source for krodha, may you kill, may you overcome that. May you overcome that by training, by undergoing this training called Karma Yoga. So Therefore, Karma Yoga helps us to overcome this obstacle called Kama, which promotes samsara. Therefore you do karma. Iti, with this Karma Yoga topic is over. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Karma Yogo Nama Tritiyodhyayaha. This chapter titled Karma Yoga, which is in the form of the dialogue between Bhagavan Krishna and Arjuna, and this called Yoga Shastra. Yoga Shastra is Karma Yoga Shastra, and it is Brahma Vidya as well as Vedanta. That is why Gita Upanishad. It is complete by itself. It talks about yoga, the means for jnanam, and jnanam gives knowledge. Moksha, jnanam is knowledge, not jnanam gives knowledge. Jnanam eva moksha, that is Brahma Vidya, that is moksha. So that is revealed by this Gita, and therefore Gita is called Upanishad. As the Upanishad, by giving jnanam, removes samsara, so too the Gita, by giving Brahma Vidya and the means for gaining Brahma Vidya also Gita gives. Therefore, it is a complete Shastra. It's like a Veda. Veda is complete. It has got both Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Similarly, for a Mumukshu, this Gita is complete. It talks about karma as well as Jnanam. Upanishad talks about only Jnanam. Therefore, since Gita also talks about Jnanam, therefore Gita is Upanishad. And Gita also talks about the Purva Bhaga of the Veda. Therefore, it is a Yoga Shastram also. Purva Bhaga means not Yagadi Yagadi karma, not that. The karma as the means for moksha, it talks about. Therefore, it is Yoga Shastram, and it is Veda. It is complete by itself like a Veda. Therefore, only it has the title Gita, because it is considered to be Shruti. Therefore, it is Gita. It is complete by itself. So, therefore, this chapter is over in the name Karma Yoga. The next chapter, another important chapter, fourth chapter follows. That chapter also begins with the continuation of this. There, Bhagavan Krishna talks about further is karma only. Karma Sannyasa, Jnana Karma Sannyasa, iti fourth chapter, fifth chapter, then Dhyana Yoga, iti, it goes on. So we will start the fourth chapter, Chaturthodhyayaha, in the next class. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyai Stavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanisadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tatgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navedasvara Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhanyavad.
धन्यवाद जी.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.